Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk about something which almost every one of us face, but we barely acknowledge that, we barely think about that, we barely face that. And that is, why do we keep on attracting the same kind of situations, the same kind of people, same kind of conflicts, challenges again and again in our lives? So, what I used to think when a similar kind of situation used to happen again and again, what I used to think was that maybe universe is testing me or maybe universe is punishing me. But what I have realized with time is there is no such thing as universe punishing you, or I don't even believe in universe testing you. If the universe is not testing me, if the universe is not punishing me, then why am I repeating the same similar loops again and again in my life? Why am I attracting the same kind of conflicts? Why am I attracting the same kind of people in my life? Why it's always the same person in a different body? And that has something to do with something which I have not seen inside myself. What is that? So, what I mean to say is, it's not like life is giving me the same kind of situations again and again. It's like something in me is acting like a magnet and is attracting the same kind of situations again and again. So, for example, like when we talk about relationships, so my question would be like, why do I attract same kind of relationships in my life again and again? Why do I attract similar kind of people? It's like a loop which is creating itself again and again. Why am I attracting the same kind of people who are disrespecting me, who are not valuing me, who are infringing my boundaries? Why do these kind of things happen again and again? So the better question to ask is, what is inside me which I am not seeing? And what is inside me which is acting like a magnet and which is attracting these things towards me? So the better question to ask is not that why do I attract people who don't value me? The better question to ask is, how much do I value myself? It's not, the question should not be why do I attract people who infringe my boundaries. The question should be, how much do I respect my boundaries? How much do I value myself? Because if I start valuing myself a lot, if I start respecting my boundaries, if I start choosing myself, then I won't choose people who are not choosing myself. If I am valuing myself, it's, the question should not be if people are taking care of my emotions. If I am taking care of my emotions, I won't be attracted towards people who are not taking care of my emotions. So the the question should not be what the other person is doing. How long will I go to point fingers to this outside world when I know that I am the cause behind it? Why do you go outside to point fingers at others when you know that the world outside is a reflection of your internal belief system? You are manifesting this reality. There is no such thing as outside world. The outside world is the inside world. I read somewhere, and it's a very beautiful quote I read somewhere, that awareness is the biggest dissolvent. So earlier I used to think that I was a victim of my circumstances, unless and until it came to my knowledge and I became cognizant of the fact that I am not a victim to anything. I am creating this reality. People are not doing these things to me. Life is not happening to me. I am doing these things to myself. I am the cause and the outside world is the effect. So the better question to ask is, what am I missing in myself which is being reflected in the outside world? So the awareness is the biggest dissolvent. As soon as I become aware of the things which are going inside of me, the subconscious beliefs I have, the internal thought process I have, the emotional patterns which I am still unconscious of, they will keep on manifesting in my outside reality. So, in a way, like I have started to believe on these things, and in a way, you can also say that the outside world is like your best friend. The outside world is trying to show you exactly what is going on inside of you. So instead of considering it as an enemy, that, oh, why my outside world is like that, oh, why the circumstances are like that, the better thing to do is to consider it as my best friend, as a mirror. My outside world is my mirror. When I look at my reality, when I look at my life situation, I can gratefully become aware of the things which are going inside of me. So if I'm attracting same kind of difficult situations again and again, there is something inside of me which think that the situation should be difficult. If I am attracting um, people who don't take care of my emotions, somewhere, somehow inside of me, I am not taking care of my emotions. I am not valuing my emotions, and that person is reflecting that. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing because by that person, through that circumstance, I can finally become aware of what I am missing. And when I change my subconscious pattern, when I change the thing which I was missing inside me, guess what happens? Outside world change. So I think this world is like the most friendly place one can be in. Because by looking at this world, I can finally look inside myself. By looking outside, I can finally see what is going on inside. So the awareness of the things which are going on inside of me is the biggest dissolvent. The awareness of the mental patterns I have is the thing which will help me to dissolve those patterns, and is the thing which will help me to change my outside world. If I change myself, my reality would change. So again, we have this non-dual perspective here, that awareness is the ultimate reality. Once you become conscious of something, that thing will dissolve, or that thing will fully reveal itself. So the focus should not be on changing the reflection. The focus should be on the focus itself. Where are you focusing? Are you focusing on this outside world, or are you focusing on that inside content which is creating that outside world? And remember, you are the focus. You are the awareness, you are the consciousness. What you focus on will multiply itself, will amplify itself, will create your reality. If you focus on all the bad things which are happening in the outside reality, you will keep on manifesting the same thing again and again. If you focus on your internal state, which is creating and manifesting the reality, you will dissolve those subconscious patterns. If you fully feel those feelings inside your body, if you fully feel those emotional patterns, those mental patterns, with awareness, with your consciousness, they will dissolve itself and they will stop manifesting. So I have stopped seeing the outside reality as something which is which I should resist, or which which I should resist. And I have started seeing the outside reality as something which can help me, can help me to become more aware of myself, can help me to raise the level of my consciousness. And yeah, it's a best friend, and it's your best friend too. So instead of seeing the outside reality as an enemy, see it as a best friend, because it's just trying to help you. It's just trying to help you be better, become better, and yeah, change your life for the better. Thank you.